Hi, this is Jilly Bling. Today's project is a book fold with a pop-out. So here's a sample, and I used some retired products, and on today's project I'll use all current products, but I'm sure you all have plenty of these already at home. Look at that! Is that fun? And I'll show you the stamp sets here in just a minute. And a list of all the products used are in the video description. It says here are all the products used, and it has a link. And the paper cut sizes and score lines are also at the bottom of the video description. It's like the giraffe is walking through flowers, and he hurt his neck. So it's kind of fun trying to come up with a combination of what works here and what works on the inside. It's nice when you have enough paper where it's the same continuous. This one might be my favorite. But many times you can get, I think it might be better once I show you the paper, 3 of the card fronts out of a half a sheet of paper, or 6 card fronts out of 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper. But then this piece right here is 6 by 6. So you have to kind of strategically plan your pieces and your color combinations. I think it's easy when it's the book binding, the card front, and the inside that all match. But each time you do see a peek of the underside of the paper, which sometimes is good and sometimes not so good. This one. Okay, so today I want to do something completely different. Let me first show you all these things. Hope you know is for today's project, I want to use the Hello Friend. Tony came over and I want to use the crab and the lobster, and I was asking him, what word should be on the front of this? I said, is it like when you go to the beach and they're your friends, like they're friends together? Or is it you're a crab and a lobster and you're going to go in the pot? And he said the Hello Friend is good for just about anything. And for the inside of the card, you make every day a little brighter, which is great for ocean critters. So that will be what's on the inside. And for all the samples shown, these are the stamp sets, Love and Strength, mostly for the flower. Did you see on the blue ones, the mountains? That one, like I said, this might be my favorite. Notice the mountains in the background here. And that looks pretty simple, but the mountains are here. And when you're opening it, and you do see it a bit, mountains are right down there. And on, which one is it? Oh, this one, right in here, that's this little sprig twice. And this one has the heart. And I just did one, the purple one, it has the heart here and the heart in here. And that's all from this stamp set. And then back on your feet, of course, I know many of you have this set. I just keep holding on to it because it's so good. And the dies is retired die, stitched so sweetly, but you can use anything for the shapes on the front. Something fancy. Stylish shapes. This is a brand new one. It is called Textured Notes. This is an online exclusive. You could get it beginning in March. And the dies are wonderful. These are the dies. And of course, Spotlight on Nature. Okay, now that we've been through all of that, let's take these. So it's going to be the same type of fold, but a completely different look. So we'll be using this, I think it's called Ocean Friends designer paper. These are part of the product suite, and these are called Sunny Day Iridescent Dots. I'm hoping to use those. But looking at the papers that I have picked out here, these iridescent faceted gems would be perfect because they look kind of star-like. And the papers right here, they have kind of a star pattern. So I'm not sure which one is going to win yet, but both of them will look great. Here are the papers cut, ready to go. We'll use those in just a minute. Big note. Okay. Oh, and then the peacock gold trim. The big note is just because many times I have stamped regular on the inside and I had to throw it out. So let me show you what I'm talking about. On this one, the inside white paper, see how it's more of a diamond? It's not square. Well, it is square, but it isn't turned the normal way. It's point to point. And so many times I stamped it the wrong direction, had to flip it upside down and stamp it at an angle. Therefore, big note. And they're all done like that. We'll be using the score trimmer. And the papers on the samples, I used the beautiful boha. And that's used on quite a few of the samples. Today we'll be using Friends of the Ocean designer paper just to cut out the crab and the lobster. But this paper is great. These colors, this perfectly represents it. On most of the samples I was using this paper, and this is free with Celebration. Isn't that pretty, that green? That's kind of shaded spruce or what is it? Shai Shamrock. You're probably recognizing quite a few of these. So I mentioned when you're cutting the paper to kind of strategically plan it. So when you have the paper measurements, you could get 3 card fronts out of the top. Down here at the bottom, for the inside of the card, it's 6 by 6, and you could only get 2. So if you really think about it, this one sheet will definitely make 2 full cards. But then what do you do with this other portion? Because it's not 6 by 6. So then you start combining, okay, I have 2 sheets of that, and what goes with what? And I gotta tell you, if you really try to do it hard and you've got a few sheets of paper, it's kind of confusing. But you'll get it. And this is an online exclusive. This is where that star paper came from. And that's for the front of the card. Back is cute. Perfect colors. To me, this color is resembles sand. I think on the back it says it's wild wheat. But let me show you this paper. And then we'll get started on the project. And it won't take very long. So, what is it called? It is called Everyday Happiness. And this is an online exclusive too. So there's a sheet we're going to be using. Isn't that fun? And what's interesting is I think there's 4 sheets of 3 designs. Let me check that. It's still 12 sheets, but usually you get 2 each of 6 designs. And this, I'm pretty sure it's 4 sheets or 3 sheets. No, here, just a minute. 1, did I count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you're getting 4 sheets of this design, 4 sheets of this design, and on the back it's cute flowers, and 4 sheets of we're going to use this today. But isn't that perfect for the ocean? And then that's the back side. So it's nice to have a larger quantity of the sheets. Okay. So here we go. So the base paper is scored at 5.5 and 4 1/4. And that's at the bottom of the video description. 5.5 by 4 1/4. And if you happen to score wrong, not that I did it on 3 of the samples, I was always scoring this one too short. When you score it again and you get it decorated, the front of it decorated, you can't see it, so don't worry if you score it incorrectly. And you have to score it again. So we'll fold that. And I think this ribbon is going to be pretty. I have some other twine that I've had for years from a big roll. And I think this would look nice with it too, but I'm not sure how to put them together quite yet. And this is my sit by the TV and cut stuff out. So I've cut out a few of the lobsters and crabs. But you get, what is it, 24 times 2, 48 lobsters and crabs out of 2 sheets of paper. I think I'm going to put 3 lobsters and crabs on each card. So that means 48 divided by 3. Oh, I'm bad at math. And I know some of you are saying, I think it's 16. 48, 3. 16 cards if you put 3. Or 24 cards if you put 2. Okay, so this is going to be attached. And I'll show you about folding that accordion, the pop-out piece for the inside. It's very easy. It's going to go here. This gets attached. Doesn't that look like a sandy beach? Perfect for lobsters and crabs. Here's the ones I got cut out. So I definitely want them different colors. So I'm thinking here and here. And maybe the words can be right here. And I want to use that hello friend. One for the inside. Maybe this one. Oh, that's a different color. That's more of a coral. This is more of a pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie, peach pie. Okay, here's more pieces to stick together. So I did a book fold like a month ago. And that was fun. I forget how fun they are. Okay, let that dry. These pieces are for the inside, and that's for the inside. This is for the hello friend. Let's do that. Now, if you're not sure, does it fit through there? Okay. So I will cut out this hello friend, and this is from Spotlight on Nature. I'll cut that out. Okay, we have word labels. Okay, let's work on the inside just to get these pieces a little bit smaller. So you have your 6x6 paper, and you have the pretty side or the side that you like. So this one I was going for the blue. So you want to fold it in half, the side that you like up. Okay, fold it the other way. Okay, and now we're going to do a diagonal fold, looking at the side that you want less shown. This side I want to be toward the inside of the card. For instance, the floral side I wanted it to be less shown. The less shown part up, and you'll fold it diagonal. And keep in mind, if you don't do the folds in the right direction, it's super easy to change the direction of the fold. Just fold it the other way. And the goal is to get this down to a tiny point and have it pointing. On some of them, it's like a little bit of an overlap, which just means I cut a little crooked, but it all still works out fine. So that's all, 3 folds. That's all it takes to make the inside. So when I close this, These pieces are leaning inward, just like that. And that's what's on the inside of the card. This will be stuck to the top of the card. This is stuck to the bottom of the card. And when you open it, here, it's probably easier if I put these in. We're going to have our greetings stamped in there. Just like that. Oh, so now the question is, I think I'm going to put it here. So this is more the shoreline, this is the sandy, and that's the ocean. Okay, so it's diagonal. I don't think it matters. There's no wrong. Okay, so let's start building this. So I got the hello friend. Oh, did I smear that? If ever you have a smear from your plates, look right next to the hello. Not good. I don't think I smeared it. But sometimes my plates, because I use washi tape to hold them in place, they leave a little residue. And that takes it off. Adhesive remover. Okay, so this is going to go onto here. I might put it on with dimensionals. You know what? Let me just set this out because I'm not sure how I'm going to do the ribbons yet. That's for inside. It's going to go here. There, that's looking good. Okay. Hello, friend. I still like this, but it kind of looks like a net. I don't know if these friends want to think about nets. That looks good. Okay, so this one I just put gems over here. This one I tied, I might do that, where I wrapped a ribbon around and then I tied a separate little piece in a knot. This has a ziggle zaggle and gems. How would that look? I think because the Lost Lagoon is here, I think it needs to be balanced out with this here. And then maybe I can use this. Here, let's see, I think I did one like that. That's, once again, a piece wrapped around and then just a knot on top. Oh, here's one that's a little bit different, where there's the ribbon with linen thread cinching it. Let's do that with this here. Let's see how that will look. And you know what, linen thread would probably look good here too. Maybe I could do the ziggle zaggle here. Okay, that's what I'll do. Okay, swoosh all that off. To attach the ribbon, the pretty peacock ribbon, I'm going to use tear tape at the top and the bottom of the bookbinding fold. Okay, and attach this right in the middle of this panel. Attach it over here, and because I'm going to use the twine to wrap around and kind of cinch it, I'm not going to make this super tight. So I'm making it just like when you just push it over tight. And I can always still adjust it after I check it on the front, because I could pull this up and adjust how tight the ribbon is. I definitely don't want it loose, but see how you could still move it, and when I cinch it, it's not going to distort the ribbon too much. So that's fine right there. So another piece of tear tape. The last thing you want is your ribbon releasing. Okay. And then I'm going to use the liquid glue for all the other areas that don't have tear tape. The tear tape will stick immediately. The liquid glue will take just a minute. Okay. Glue. Maybe some here in the ribbon. Glue. Ribbon. Okay. So that's done. Now this is going to take maybe 5 inches, 6 inches. See how it's still kind of loose? And I'll wrap it around twice. Yeah, this would work with linen thread too. Or if you have one of those huge spools of this stuff, it's kind of fun. Okay. Should I do another knot? You know what? I'm going to do just one knot because it's a little bit flatter. And then, just to make sure it doesn't move, that little dot of glue will dry. And that will soak into the ribbon and you won't see it at all. Okay, so then I'll trim these up in just a minute. So back to, I still want to do that ziggle zaggle. Should it be under the whole thing? No, I think under the white. So on the white, I'm going to cover it as much as I can in dimensionals, and there's a reason for that. Normally I would put maybe 3 of them on here, but this time maybe I could get 5. And there's a reason for that. Because when I do this, a little bit there, have this wrap around, and see if you had just 3 dimensionals on here, you wouldn't be able to stick this ribbon, this burlap twine stuff wherever you'd like. You would put it there and then there wouldn't be a dimensional to hold it in place and you'd have to flip it over, so you might as well just put dimensionals everywhere. Oh, I like how that looks. So now the question is, when I flip it over, is there enough dimensional showing? I think it is, to hold it right in here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that's going to go there. These, trim them. Okay, so that's going to go there. And this could go here and here. This could kind of tuck down in there a little bit. Okay, have a plan. Not sure about the plan for the inside yet. Make sure my hello friend is straight. So what do you think? Are you saying hello to a friend that enjoys summer? Or are these ocean critters talking? Oh. Okay, so these are going to go on part with dimensionals, and the really fragile parts, I'm going to put those on with liquid glue. So, does it fit? Yep. Four is good. And then I'm going to put glue on these little antenna antler things in the legs. So they'll stick down. It'll kind of look a little bit 3D like. And I'm going to try to put the glue on thin so it dries quick. I've been known to put it on heavy and then you have a puddle of glue and you're just waiting. Okay. Is that straight? Stick those down, these down. They might pop up if I put too much glue. Oh, they're behaving. Okay. And now this one goes right here. I could have them all spread out so they're each separate, but I think when you put them together, it's a little bit more of a collage, and it brings your eye all into the center of the project. 2 of these. And you know, some of these partials, thinking they might be cute on the inside of the card, like this one, that can make a whole lobster. Look at that. So I counted that as a whole one. But I think there's only 2 of them that do that. But these other partials, I don't know if it could be on the inside of the card somehow. Okay, 2 little dimensions. And then all these little pieces are gonna get liquid glue. Then, if I can, okay. So I'm having it so it's almost touching the word label. Oh, I still get to put gems on too. Okay, get the glue ones to stick. Okay. So that besides the gems is the front. So what do you think? Kind of leaning toward these, but this perfectly goes with the paper. That would kind of look like bubbles, huh? You know, sometimes if you're not sure, take it out and you set it on there. I like how they're iridescent. Oh, the orange is nice too, though. I'm leaning toward these. But this and the little sparkles on the sand, you know, either one of them would work. So let me know in the comments what you think. I think I'm going more with the orange, the coral. Okay, so I'll do 1 big and 2 little. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's work on the inside. The inside is fun. Okay, we're done with the ribbons. Okay, so for the inside, ooh, should just be that, and then you don't have to write a thing. So the inside, pretend like this is the crab one. I guess he could go right here. That's good. So then the words, I had some words picked out. Tony helped me pick these out. He came in here and he looked through all of my active stamps and he picked out this sunshine, bright, what is it? You make every day a little brighter. And it fits perfectly. Okay, hopefully I could stamp it straight. Memento. So I'm hesitant because I'm thinking, oh, can I stamp it straight? Is it straight on the sticker, the image? Is it straight compared to the rubber? So it's a good time to test. And to test, I'm going to try to put it straight on this edge of the paper. And if I get it straight, then I could be confident that it's going to work well on the card inside. And this might be just a little bit higher, so I'm going to drop that just a little bit. It's pretty good. Okay, straight, drop it a little bit. I always have the other side. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. And then with that crab halfway right on here, it's gonna be good. And that is going to go on here, right there. And some of them I put them on with dimensionals. You can if you want. Some I put the whole thing on, the color paper and the white paper, and other ones I put just the white paper on with dimensionals. This thing, everything is flat. And then this is going to go here. That looks really good. Okay, so to attach this to the inside of the card, close it out. That's how it's going to open. I'm going to put glue all over this side. That's where the words are. You could do the top first. There's no right or wrong. Just not sideways. So now you know why I have that big note. Stamp diagonally. Okay, so using liquid glue is good if you have it, because you could scooch it around. So right now I'm looking at the top. Those look straight up and down. And I'm looking at the sides. Those look parallel to the top and the bottom of the paper. So this is fine. But there's been a few times where I had to kind of scooch it a little bit. And somehow, if it's just perfectly right against this, that might be like a 64th of an inch, just a little bit short, but that's fine. That, I probably could have put it all lower because that's a little bit over. This one's a little bit short, that one's right on. But I think most important is that this one is right on. Okay. So now glue goes all over this top panel. And I'm purposely trying to get it right to the edge, because if you glue just the middle, the movement of the accordion open would be not quite as crisp. It would be pulling toward the middle. So if you get it all the way to the edge, there's no leeway. Okay, and it dries pretty quick. You ready? Isn't that fun? You could write a whole bunch there, a whole bunch over here. You could decorate this. On one of them I stamped all on the inside. Oh, this one I stamped ouch, sigh, and that came, those words came with the animal bundle. But one of them I stamped, well, this one I have the turtle rolling everywhere. Maybe this one. So this one, because the paper is, I don't want to say mundane or boring because I love it, but just to add interest, I put the flower, not planning on coloring it, and just stamped it all over. This was the first one. Didn't too much. This one I put the trees right down under here. So when you're opening the card, you see it. This is still my favorite, I think. Ah, this is my favorite. Okay, so let's put that crab on and we are done. I kind of want to put some of that that string under him. That might make him think he's going to be caught. He's going to be for dinner. Okay, so if that's right here, see, I think that's kind of cute. Or he could go way over here. Oh, he's kind of lost over there. I like him here, how he brightens up the white. Okay, so to do that, dimensionals all over the back side of crab. More than you normally would, just so it could hold that twine or linen thread, whatever you have will work good. And you know there's that Baker Twine Essential Pack that has different colors and tones of natural baker's twine in it. There's one that's close to the sand color. That would look really good. Or on that blue flower card, the black might look good because it's black stamping in the black mountains. Okay, so to do this, I don't know, this might give him an idea that he's going to the pot. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little different here. Wrap it around twice. Now it's in a loop. Right in the middle of these two loose ends. I'm going to give it a twist. Now it's in a figure 8. And I'm going to put that on right underneath them. And good thing about it being on dimensionals is you can adjust your loops. Okay. But because I have so much twine under there, it's not sticking. So I'm going to try to find room for more dimensionals. And if nothing else, I'll put as many on here as I can, and then I'll put some glue on it and weight it down, and then it will be permanently stuck. I might have to do that because that's kind of thick. I don't know where else I could put them. Oh, I could put glue on the little detail pieces, maybe. Okay. Glue all over. I'm going to weight it, hold it down. Okay. It's going to go right here. So he's kind of sticking down, but I think putting a clear block will confirm that it's stuck down. Okay, so I'm going to put the clear block on in 30 seconds. So for now, here's the front, and there's the inside. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.